Moin.
Moin.
Moin?
Moin.
Those of you who have been here, and I guess that's the majority of you, know where I am. I'm in Can Pastilla on Mallorca. And why am I here? Why am I here? I actually don't know exactly. I'm in a weird transit situation because my visa wasn't ready before my flight was departing. So I decided on short notice to rebook. And what did I rebook? I rebooked my flight to Bangkok and let my husband travel alone. Was that a mistake? Who knows? So he landed, he went through immigration already, he passed, and he's in, he's on his way to the hotel. And I didn't want to stay in Germany. We emptied the house already. I had to go to a hotel and honestly, booking a hotel in Lübeck during Christmas market season is so ridiculously expensive that it was just cheaper to fly Hamburg, Palma and back to Lübeck and pay the hotel room here. And a big surplus is this. It's between 18 and 20 degrees, I don't know, I'm sweating. Oh gosh, if I think of Thailand, how will that be? But I'm kind of happy right now, happier than in Lübeck in Germany. It's grayish. The water's still a little turquoise. Lovely, lovely. The air is nice, the vibes are nice. Spanish people are nice. It's low season, so nobody's here, so I think that I don't get an authentic view of El Arenal. I mean, look at the beach, yeah? Look at the beach. Nothing. Pretty it is. I love the island. Love the vibes. I'm a little peckish. I could go for coffee. It's really difficult to find anything here which is not pork or wheat related. So I guess I stick to the Indian guy I saw yesterday. Well. November, end of November, beginning of December. It's empty. It's just ridiculously empty. For example, I'm staying in a hotel and they gave me a room for a single use, and that room has 5 beds, 1 double and 3 single beds, so oh yeah, it's empty. And I put you the link to the hotel in the description below. And half of the shops are closed. Well, for a reason. Well, nobody's here. I think there is no one, absolutely no one, who hasn't been on the island before. So what are these super spongy things? Tell me. Lots of people doing sports here. I don't think they do that in summertime. I don't think they are able to do that in summertime. Now let me show you a little bit more. That's a fun fact. When I was the first time in Bangkok and I saw the Nam Pon Lamai stations everywhere, I thought it's cocktail bars. Like little cocktail pop-up shops. I learned. Okay. So this is second row. I think I slowly start to settle. It was all a little stressy for the last few weeks, especially for the last week. And it was the first time I literally had no access to my normal body functions. At one point I stood in the middle of a supermarket and Gregor was with me, luckily, and my brain just stopped working. It was just of course it didn't stop working because my normal body functions worked, but I didn't know where I was. I didn't know who I was. I hardly recognized Gregor. So such a transition or moving abroad, even if you have planned it all out and you are really prepared, and you even have plan B, C, D, E. We had so many alternatives which would all just lead to the same result. Still, somehow I could not manage it at all, and I had such a blackout. It was just a few seconds, but it was like half a minute. I really didn't know. And then I think my consciousness kicked back in. Weird though, weird. So I still have a few days without Gregor. I'm going to fly to Bangkok on Thursday. So on Friday I will see him earliest, and I really hope that nothing will happen meanwhile. For those of you who don't know where Can Pastilla is, it's on Mallorca, and it's right at the airport. I paid 17 euros for the taxi. I think he mocked me somehow. That wasn't right. Tell me, was that right? 17 euro from Palma Airport to Can Pastilla Central? I know, the bus might have been just 2 euro or 3 or 4. It was the same service. Or even quicker. Yeah. You know what was most dragging in all this preparation? It was not learning the language or basics. It wasn't finding accommodation, applying for the visa. It was closure at home, closure with people, and yes, it's such an advantage to go, because you suddenly see who's jealous, you see who's really not your friend, and unbelievable, you also be surprised who turns out to be your friend, even if you don't think they are. People have surprised us. They didn't want to stay in touch because they want a cheap holiday accommodation. Gosh, you can book your holiday accommodation for 11 euro a night if you have a basic hotel in Thailand. But it was people we haven't expected to be really nice and helpful and supportive during the transit period. I'm grateful for those people. You know who you are. You definitely know who you are. That's the most important thing you should do before you think about moving abroad. And in the beginning, I have to be honest, in the beginning it was a kind of running away from work, those bullies, those crazy bullying bosses. Well, being fair, in the beginning we were running as well. We were running away from unpleasant situations. We thought we could just leave it all behind and just... But it took time. It took time to sell the house. We took almost 2 years for preparation. And in these 2 years we could solve it all. So we don't run away. We look forward to just experience something really new, nice, and utterly different from what we know. Oh dear, what have we done? Time will tell. Have you ever been in transit? Have you been moving abroad? And was it within the EU or outside? And what was your experience? Let me know that in the comments. I'm really interested to see what your experiences are. I have to hurry.